finances, health, security, politics, and more. We strive to curb violence, racial and economic discrimination, and to promote peace and socio-economic development of multiculturally diverse world. As we give voice to the people, we also give your business a voice and make it heard. Get your product and services off the ground by advertising on our fast-growing platform. With so much of daily visits to New York Parrot, you can't afford to be invisible to prospective clients on the website they trust the most. Our posts reach millions of people across the New York State and around the world. Advertising on our new site will unlock an audience of thousands of potential customers on your doorstep. New York Parrot is born to prosperously speak tomorrow for the voiceless.
Greetings, live from New York City. My name is Sheikh Musa Drammeh. I will be speaking concerning the African Rapid Relief Mobilization. Today, in solidarity with our brothers and sisters in the Levant, specifically Turkey and Syria, I came to speak to you about what we have known so far and what is predicted in terms of challenges for those in the affected area. But let me begin by expressing my profound condolences to over 33,000 of our brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, grandparents and children who have so far perished. This is one of the worst natural disasters in the history of the world. 33,000 and growing is a tremendous loss of life, not to mention property damages and long-term health effect for those who have survived. And now we do not get the full picture because the full picture will take time to be revealed. But what we do know from the past is that when the full picture is finally unveiled, we will see a tremendous pain and suffering from those who have broken limbs and those who were affected mentally, in addition to obviously the deceased. This is a very, very painful moment. It is a very challenging situation. And, we are encouraging the entire world, to show close solidarity with those who are affected. We are encouraging our political leaders and our diplomatic leaders and our law enforcement communities to eliminate all the walls that prevent one from crossing to the other side to provide relief services. These services are life and death services. No political or diplomatic or law enforcement interference should prolong the pain and suffering of these affected area loved ones. So we encourage the elimination and the suspension of any barrier to providing the needed relief services on a timely basis. All the agencies that are on the ground providing what is needed must have unfettered access to the victims and to the venues and to the medical facilities and to the feeding areas so that those who are in difficult situations will at least feel at ease knowing that they are being cared for. This is our wish and this is our demand. It is not a time where we continue to maintain our political, diplomatic, and law enforcement barriers. This is not that moment. For whatever the situation is, they must be suspended so that every person, including the animals that need immediate service to survive, will have that service provided for them. So far, we have learned that the world has mobilized from many, many countries in terms of personal expertise as well as needed financial and edible resources. Even the most basic necessities of blankets and shoes and others are being reportedly provided so far. But we know that such a magnitude of devastation, there will always be areas that short the needed resources. And that is why we're encouraging, number one, to continue to search and rescue. Yes, statistics show us, that life is almost impossible after a certain number of days. But we also know people survive a lot longer than projected, than the statistics show. Therefore, let's continue to search for those who may still be on the rebels and alive. No matter how weak they are, let's continue to search for as long as we can search, because life can be, protected under these crumbled up buildings. So please, please continue to search until the end. That's number one. Number two, we are here on behalf of the African Rapid Relief Mobilization to encourage to the highest tone possible the generosity and solidarity from all corners of the world to mitigate the pain and suffering of the affected individuals as of now. There will be long-term needs, and those long-term needs must be met. But as of now, we want to lessen the pain and suffering and hopelessness and homelessness. We want to do it right away so that these individuals that have lost pretty much everything, and I'm sure stories will come out that will make us cry like babies for, children who probably have lost everything, every family member, because this is a tragedy unlike many other tragedies of the past. So far, the reported 33,000 people, that is so huge from one earthquake, from one disaster. And it will continue with us for the longest, because there are families that have forever been devastated by losing their family members. Let us continue the solidarity. Let us continue the generosity. And let us continue the prayers. But most importantly and most crucially, let us provide the pain relieving services to those who are on the ground with either broken limbs or being wounded or being so helpless to make anything significant for themselves. Let us be there for them. We truly thank the nations that immediately send professional services providers on the ground. This is what humanity is all about. This is what togetherness is all about. This is what humanitarian justice is all about. There's a suffering where they're on the ground immediately. There's a confusion where they're on the scene immediately. There's a pain where they're with our medical tools and programs and assistance. And we're grateful for every nation, every group that is on the ground, and every donor, and everyone who's praying, and everyone who's mitigating the pain and suffering. This is not like a regular natural disasters. You cannot say natural where 33 individuals have died so far. And buildings, 33,000, and buildings and towns disappeared overnight. My brothers and my sisters, my fellow human beings, from the African Rapid Relief Mobilization, we are encouraging for your continued solidarity to the affected individuals. We implore you to continue to be generous, to continue to pray, and to continue to have these individuals in mind, knowing that the long-term prognostication is dire. Because when you have broken limbs and when you lose all your family members, when you lose the building that you work so hard to build, some of them may not recover fully, but they will move on, as we all have moved on to difficult situations. So we thank those who are doing the right thing, and we encourage those who are on the sideline. Let us eliminate all the barriers, move all the obstacles, and free up our love for one another, so that the survivors of this earthquake will feel worthy of being members of one human family. Geography doesn't matter. Politics doesn't matter. Religion doesn't matter. Ethnicity doesn't matter. Background doesn't matter. What matters now is we come, and we come with full force to mitigate the pain and suffering. And that is what we're encouraging all citizens of the world to do. Those who can travel, travel and help. Those who can donate, donate. Those who have material that they can use, give it the way. Here in New York, we encourage everyone to bring the needed items to the Turkish house. Bring all the needed items to the Turkish house. And in our religion, we are encouraged to give the best out of what we have. We don't want to go and give things we don't need or things we don't use because somebody else is suffering. Go into your inner corners of the house and take the best out of what you have and give it. Do not give the least valuable or even things you don't consume or you don't use because somebody needs. Give out from your heart the best among what you have, and do it, because one day you may wish if others have done the same thing. Give the best and give monetary generously, because in times of disaster, the most effective way to help and the fastest way and least inconvenience is monetary donations. Thank God now technology enables us to use a multitude of platforms to quickly transact our donations so that they can quickly reach to the destination who need it now. Let's do it. That is our request from this broadcast on behalf of the African Rapid Relief Mobilization. Now, let me say a little bit about Turkey in particular. As Africans on the continent and in the diaspora, Turkey as a nation has been building mutually beneficial relationship with the African continent. And Turkey has embassies throughout the continent. Almost in every independently run African country, Turkey has embassy there. Turkey has given Africa the dignity and the respect and the attention and the acknowledgement and the worthiness that Africa deserves. The former colonial nations did not do that. They did not go to Africa for good reason or for noble intent. And their wickedness, even though, lessons, but still behind the scene doing wicked things. Turkey is not one of them. Turkey's actions are publicized, transparent, and is mutually beneficial. And therefore, we are encouraging all to be there for Turkey, as Turkey has been there for Africa. We encourage everyone that can do anything to be there for Turkey in the time that Turkey needs the world to be there for its citizens. And we are very, very confident that Turkey's relationship with Africa will continue to grow stronger and more mutually profitable for both parties. Because we need partners who respect the sovereignty, the independence, the identity, the nature of Africa, who come to create a win-win relationship, not to dominate, not to discriminate, not to colonize, not to enslave, not to steal, not to divide, not to use mercenaries, not to promote corruption. We don't want those players anymore. They have done damage already, and those eras are gone. We need partners like Turkey that respect what Africa stands for, the birthplace of humanity and the cradle of global civilization. And when you come to Africa with that mentality, Africa opens its heart and hands to welcome you, because Africa is endowed by God with the most precious, most important natural resources that continue to empower the world. And we are blessed for that. And Turkey has been a partner that Africa needs. Therefore, this time, we encourage Africa to come to show their solidarity and to return the favor back to Turkey. And same thing would be extended to Syria. Now, let me speak a little bit about the African Rapid Relief Mobilization. It is an unfortunate reality that Africans have not been the staple images during global disasters. You will see nationals from all over the world, from all backgrounds, and you see few Africans on the ground. In 2010, when Haiti experienced one of its worst earthquakes, African leaders in the United States, particularly those in the tri-state area of New York, came together and said, Haiti is the first daughter of the continent. Nobody should be on the ground when Haiti needs help before Africans. Yet we don't see Africans on the ground. We see all the nations flying, relief services, professionals, medical professionals, relief agencies, search and rescue, everything, even dogs, but we don't see Africans. And we were traumatized by the experience. We said Haiti should never ever be detached when Haiti needs the mother. And therefore, let's come together and set up an international Red Cross type of relief agency that will serve not only the entire continent, but that will be global relief agency. And that is how African Rapid Relief Mobilization came about. And in New York City, we work with the mayor and the mayor's agencies, and we had provided training to hundreds of people with CPRs, with disaster management and relief services and everything. And the goal, which we have not actualized, was to make African Rapid Relief Mobilization a global agency that is certified or accredited by the African Union, so that we will train at least 1 million volunteers. Africa has over a billion people. Africans are all over the world. Africa is one continent whose people are all over the world, understand all cultures, speak all languages, know all politics. Africans know the world. Everywhere you go, you see Africa, willingly or unwillingly, but Africans are there, integrated in these societies and islands and nations. Getting 1 million trained in 1 year is piece of cake. That was the objective, which we had not fulfilled. We have done tremendous work leading up to today, but with the work has not even, I would say, started yet. When this earthquake came in Turkey, we said now it is the time to actualize African Rapid Relief Mobilization, to be accredited by the African Union, to be a global Red Cross type of relief services, where we train volunteers and we deploy them immediately upon request, without any political wall, any cultural, any religious impediment, nothing. When there's a disaster, such as what is happening in Turkey and Syria, the African Rapid Relief Mobilization volunteers have unfettered access from corner to corner throughout Africa. Unfettered access. That was the goal. But because what is happening in Turkey now, our number one objective is to approach the African Union and making sure that what we had conceived will be actualized for the benefit of the African Union. Turkey, you have all the nations there. Yesterday, I went through the list, the preliminary list of Africans on the ground. So far, what is published is only about 3. Now, all the countries are sending their well wishes, their solidarity, and whatever. Some are pledging financial help, whatever, but not as much as the rest of the world. Now, one may say the rest of the world may be more developed, they may have more resources. That may all be true, but Africa has the manpower. Where people have the money, we have the manpower, and therefore we can train and mobilize more people than anybody else. So that when the other people have the money, we have the manpower, we can mitigate disaster. And that is the idea. So my brothers and my sisters, anyone who's listening to this video, I want you to join us. Join the African Rapid Relief Mobilization. African Rapid Relief Mobilization. Wherever you are in the world, whether you are on the continent or anywhere in the diaspora, I want you to join it, so that we create, in between 2023, 2024, let us train at least 1 million volunteer corps from the continent and from the diaspora. And among these volunteer corps are teams of medical experts, teams of relief, teams of disaster, all kinds of expertise within this 1 million corps. So that whenever we're needed, whether it is a fire, inundation, earthquake, volcano, whatever it is, or even a plane accident, whatever it is, we can immediately deploy resources, immediately, unfettered, from all over. And that is the idea. And that is what must be done. And that is what will be done. Whenever there is a disaster, Africans will be seen on the ground like any other groups. It is embarrassing for the year 2023 in Turkey and Syria. We don't see more Africans on the ground than anybody else. Let the people have more money, give money. People have more material, more infrastructure, do it. But when it comes to personnel, there's no excuse, we can do it. And that is why I'm here, to let you know that African Rapid Relief Mobilization submission must now be accomplished completely because of what happened in Turkey and Syria. So that, God forbid, it happened anywhere else, especially on the continent. We can immediately deploy 100,000 volunteers with various expertise. We can immediately deploy resources. We can unify our relief services, our donations. And we can put up tent. We can build a city in the matter of hours in a disaster-affected area. Technology allows us to do that. Right now, there are material. You can build a city right away. The military is doing it. Some relief agents are doing it. Red Cross is doing it. And the African Rapid Relief Mobilization will work with existing international relief agencies, Red Cross, Red Crescent, and all the other ones. I am appealing to all of you to join us so that we can meet with the African Union leader and we can be the conduit. We can be the agency that act on behalf of the Africans all over the world when it comes to disaster relief services and disaster management. I know that, African Union has so many different departments and outlets, but we don't see them on the ground. And unless we see person on the ground, we don't count them as effective. You may have all these departments and agencies and everything, unless the world see them in numbers, they're not there. So if you want further information about African Rapid Relief Mobilization, please email us at daylightafrica@gmail.com, daylightafrica@gmail.com, or you can call me anywhere in the world. My number is 718-822-5555, 718-822-5555. Now, all our coordination is to support Turkey and Syria. Now we're dealing with the Consul General of Turkey in New York. All the donations must be directed there. If you are anywhere else, deal with Turkey's embassy wherever you are. Let's be there for Turkey and for Syria so that when we need them, they will continue to be there. God bless you all and have a wonderful life, and may God have mercy to the souls of our brothers and sisters who have perished and mitigate the pain of the surviving one. Thank you.
Do you wish your business makes it to the top list of the most searched for business in the US and around the world? Or are you searching for halal compliant services and products online? Then Halal Finder is your online resource directory pointing you to the right places and products. Let's help you explore halal products and services of your choice as we manage many halal businesses across the world. Promote your business with halalfinder.com, the only plug you need to grow. Our services include business listing, digital marketing, branding strategy, SEO campaigns, crowdfunding, and humanitarian